Eva Trades.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday, crisp, cold morning here on the West Coast. Looks like we're going to have another sunshiny day, but right now the stock market is dropping and we want to know, where is it going to find support? Are we going to bounce? You can find out right here at EVA Trades, your one-stop source for everything stock market. And thank you very much for joining me here at EVA Trades. And we don't have a whole lot to go over this morning, so we'll take a look at what's on the scanners this morning. As far as the gap scan goes, we're up 55% here on MURF. And I've already looked at all four of these, and I am really not excited about them. But I'm sure we'll find something good to trade. We usually do. So MURF, it's a higher price stock, but the larger time frames, I'm not sure. I'm going to watch it. I have it on my watch list to see maybe what it might do. It did make some moves a couple days ago, but on light volume, so I don't have a lot of high hopes. UPTD is the other one I'm going to keep an eye on. Again, I don't like it, but those are the only two that I even care about, really. NEPT already gave back most of its move. Maybe there's something there later, who knows. SGBX is actually, it's a cheaper stock. I didn't like it because it was cheaper, but it is actually starting to make a move up there. So maybe as a third pick, I could just keep an eye on SGBX. I don't see any news on it. And then on the high of day momentum scanner, we had Snap. It made one quick burst up, but nothing there. And UVXY, it's just inverse of the stock market. It's pulling back now because the stock market is bouncing. So let's go take a look at SPY. SPY is the ticker I look at to tell me what the overall market is doing. You can also look at QQQ, but I like SPY. I'll look at both of them sometimes. And so let's go to the larger time frame on the market here. Excuse me. And so we're looking for that weekly equilibrium on SPY. And I was kind of hoping, if you're a bull, you're hoping yesterday that you might see, a bottom. You might see us bottom out down in this area and then see a bounce back up this way. Nice drawing. Love that. And that would be our equilibrium, right? But as it turns out, we've been dropping post-market here, and we're actually already down close to this support down here. You can't see it right now because on the weekly time frame, you won't see the price action until the bell rings, but we can go to the smaller time frame. So bottom line is I'm looking for support down at 433.01, and if we lose that support, we will be going into further monthly consolidation as we will lose the low of this previous candle. We already started to consolidate last month, so we'll see if we continue that this month. It would be healthy consolidation on the monthly. We are due for a pullback and a higher low, but we'll see. So on the daily time frame, again, you're not going to see it where the price is actually at. It's a daily downtrend pretty much. Here's where you can see where the price is at. So this is that support line down here that we drew, and we're getting pretty close to it. And what I'm noticing is the RSI here on the 4-hour time frame, we're getting kind of beat up. We're down at about 25. And anytime in the past, if you look back and make sure I'm on the right screen, I'm not even on the right screen. Wait a minute. Yes, I am. Okay. Hotkeys are working. Yay. But yeah, anytime in the past, you can see when we get 4-hour oversold, we get into that territory where we start to see a bounce. And it doesn't happen very often, but if you scroll back, you can see all the points where we actually started to bounce. So I am expecting some sort of bounce today or tomorrow, keeping in mind that when things are trending down, we can get pretty beat up on that RSI. So I'm not going to use the RSI alone as an indication that we'll bounce, but that's just one of the things to look at. The hourly time frame definitely beat up. The RSI is down at 18. So, and we got down that low over here. We didn't bounce very much. So keeping that in mind as well. So it's just a matter of, are we going to come down to that support today? Are we going to bounce first thing when the bell rings? That's a very strong possibility in my mind. And if that happens, then I'll be looking over here at my scanners and watching to see what pops up on the scanners, to see if there's something I can trade that's better than all of this. So we have about 7 minutes to go, and I hate to waste my time breaking down these stocks because I'm not feeling too good about them. I think I want to see some momentum before I even try to trade them. We have a double top here on the hourly time frame on UPTD at 1661 and a resistance up here. Now the daily time frame, you can see we're up over the top of this consolidation period here on this daily chart. So I do like that. That's a good sign in my mind. So we'll see if maybe there's something there. I'm going to get rid of that daily line because it confuses me. And then MURF, high, low, looking for a lower high. This could be an equilibrium. It's an inside bar on the hourly. You can see we have a tightening range on the 15 minutes. So that's a nice pattern. I don't want to get too carried away on this, but you can see the pattern there. So we're tightening up. It's going to break one way or the other eventually. Pretty soon, possibly, maybe. Yes, it will. And so we have a resistance up at 2285, 2540. Support is down here at 1774. And then on SGBX, we just saw that making a move up. Cheaper stock, I don't know. What does that look like on the daily time? That's SPY. That's SPY. Get out of here. $1.58. Yeah, it's ugly to me. So, and they're dropping back down. So I'm going to go to the smaller time frames, and they're pretty ugly, pretty low on volume. So I don't know that there's a lot here that I really want to mark out. I really want to see this get over 1661 if I'm going to trade it. Let's actually go back to the 15 minute. I'm going to mark out a support down here at 1450, trough at 1480. Is there a possibility that we pull back a little bit at the open and try to bounce from here? It's 15 minute chop fest, but we are looking for a higher low and a higher high here. Maybe this breaks out ahead of time. 5 minutes to go. I don't know. I'll watch that maybe as a possibility, but I want to see the volume come in. This one has some larger spreads, I think. Well, it's not too bad. I think it's MURF that had the larger spreads. Something to keep in mind. Okay, so on the 5 minute on MURF, so on that 15 minute, we were in that 15 minute equilibrium, remember? Support down here. So we'll see which way we break from that. So on the 5 minute, maybe there's a gap and go setup here. I don't know. 2148 is a resistance. Definitely need to see more volume. That's really, really light volume on both of these. And then SBGX, I don't even want to really look at it. So that's all I've got. Sorry, that's all I have this morning for breaking down stocks. It's really not that pretty, but I'll just kind of watch these and then watch the scanner, and we'll keep an eye on the market and see if we can find something to trade. Let me see here now. I need to mark out some candle ranges. I'm going to go with like 50 cents. I'm going to go really, really, really wide on my stop losses because I feel like these things, if they do go, they're going to open up pretty good. And this one's like 209 is the highest candle range back here. $10? What is that? I don't think my math is right on that. It's probably $1. But anyways, so 209. So I'll just come down here. I'm going to just click up a little bit here to like 210. That sets my share size and my stop loss so that I'm ready to trade. So 3 minutes to go. What do we want to do? We have plenty of stocks gapping down. I guess what I'm going to be watching is the larger time frames on these. I don't really think I want to buy this if it pulls back to that support. I'm kind of worried that I don't know. It's a wait and see for me. I've already told my brain this morning, I'm like, brain, just chill. Don't take a trade right away if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't look good. It's not the best looking morning, so just chill and don't have to trade right away. I don't want to take a loss first thing on a morning like this. So I'm going to wait for a good setup before I punch the buy button. Fingers crossed. So good luck to you this morning. I hope your trading day goes well. We have less than a minute till the bell rings. And I'm curious to see the stock market. Yeah, we're bouncing a little bit there on SPY. Got to bounce to cool off that RSI. Remember, on any kind of bounce, we're just expecting a lower high on that 4-hour time frame. All right, so pulling back here, UPTD. I might punch the order on UPTD. UPTD. It's possible here. I might try to jump in it. So 5 minutes to go. Remember, trading is risky. And use your stop losses. Here we go. I'm going to watch the volume first thing. I want to see volume come in. MURF has a little bit of volume, so I'm going to go ahead and punch it there. But I want to be quick to get out. It's dropping back down. Let's see here. Really wide spread. I'm just going to get back out of that. Basically break even. And sit back and watch. So I lost a whole $1.92. The volume on this one was really light. All right, so there we go. So it might have been worth holding that. Still has light volume though. Market is bouncing right away, first thing. Go to a smaller time frame. Matter of fact, here's what I'll do. I'm just going to put SPY right here so I can watch it. And this is about what I expected with UPTD. I can't even say that name very well. With that light volume. So we got our 5 minute, kind of a higher low, higher high. Remember, on this one, we're looking for that 15-minute breakout over 22.85. For that equilibrium. And if you're wondering what I mean, you had the high of the move, low the pullback, lower high, higher low. Now you want to see the break. Your basic triangle pattern. And here goes UPTD, but I don't like the volume enough to jump in that. $32,000 shares traded so far on that 1 minute candle. That might be halted right there. I think it's a circuit breaker halt. Maybe. I have my scanner over here set up so that it doesn't, I won't see any scans until 3 minutes in. And so, and it actually is 6:33 now. So I should start to see something on my scanner if things start to move up. One thing to note is if you want to trade a stock bullish, if the stock market is actually moving down like we're seeing, UVXY is the inverse of the market. So if the market's moving down, UVXY will be moving up. And you can actually compare these side by side. I'll put SPY up over here. You can see that, what I'm talking about. This one, SPY is moving down, UVXY moving up. And I've traded UVXY in the past. I don't make a habit of it. But you can trade it, you know, if you're bullish. All right, so the first stock to pop up on the scanner is NEPT, and that's one that was on the gap scan this morning. So I will maybe keep an eye on that one, NEPT. See if that does anything at all for us. The thing about that one was on the larger time frame, we had pulled back and given back most of our move here. So this would be an hourly higher low, but we have a long ways to go to get back up to the high. So I would only be expecting a lower high here. So like a bounce and then or an equilibrium at the very least. Volume 200,000 shares. It's not bad. Candle ranges on that is about 30 cents. So I'll set that just in case I see something I like on this. Trading below the volume weighted average price, which is the white dotted line. So keeping that in mind. PLTR, that was one that was gapping down. So PLTR. Okay, well, I'll watch that one too. Just pull a few of these up and keep an eye on them. Maybe we'll see a setup. And that one, the candle range is about 30 cents again. And UPTD is halted, but on really light volume. So that's not something that I'm really interested in buying. Very unusual day here for me in the stock market. SPRY now hitting the scan. Let me take a look at that. Doesn't have any news. Same thing as everybody else. It's been moving down and now it's bouncing. PLTR. So we rejected here off of the volume weighted average price. On the 5 minute, we do have a support area right there. EMA's down here. I don't know if I like it enough to jump in it though. Oops. Previous high of day is down here. That's another level to look at. I'm wondering on PLTR if we're going to break this high of 1460. And we have halt resumption here, a UPTD. And nothing else on the scan right now. I'll take a shot on PLTR off of the volume weighted average price there. Give it a chance to bounce off that support. But if we start to break through that support, I'm just going to get out for a loss. Quick 56 bucks over there on UPTD. So I'm out on PLTR, lost 40 there, made 56 over here. My stop was really tight. I'm going to widen that out on PLTR. Try to buy a pullback to 18 there maybe. Buy that little pullback there. Really wide spread on this one. Well, not really, but 20 cents. That's pretty wide. See if we get a move up through 19 on it. Volume is still kind of light, but I would have liked to have seen it bounce by now. I'm going to get back out of it. So gave back a little bit of the profit. I'm down $7 today. NEPT. Take a shot at that there as it's starting to make a move. Coming up to $5. I'll buy it for the breakthrough 5. See if we can get above the volume weighted average price. I'm going to sell half of it there. See if we get the break. Oops, maybe it's going to come back down. I'm going to get out. So that was a clear rejection there. I made about $20 on that trade. So now I'm up. I'm green on my day. UPTD here. I might take a trade on this. High of 1888. Watching it to see if we come down here to the volume weighted average price. We have a high down here, 1550. There we come down. So I'm going to jump in it there. Try not to get caught in a halt going down on it. I want to see a little more of a bounce and then I'll take the profit. So I made just a little bit. Didn't want to hold that. Light volume stock. It could halt going down. Now I'm going to step back and kind of take a little break here. I'm up $37. So trading below the volume weighted average price on this one. PLTR giving it up. The market overall is starting to pull back. And we might see a bounce here and a move up through 19 on UPTD. We did break out over that hourly high, pre-market high of 1743. Tricky day here in the world of the stock market. We have 1550 support down here, but I like how we're holding the volume weighted average price and the EMAs on this one. And larger time frames, PLTR, big upper wick, rejecting off of those EMAs on the hourly. So I'm done with PLTR right now. SPY, I'm doing the same thing basically. And this one just giving it up further, NAPT. This has a bearish look to it. Inside bar, inside bar. Still holding that support though. We'll see. Volume looks pretty good. Nothing, no red flags here on the volume. Except that it's light. That's the only thing. Light volume, wide spreads. And nothing else on the scanners. So will this be it for the morning for me? I'm up $37. My daily goal is 200. And NEPT trying. Got to get over that volume weighted average price. And this could be one of those days where we'll start to see some stocks move up a little bit later. So UPTD couldn't bounce off of that support, now coming down further. We'll see if we bounce off of 1550 down there. Inside bar on the 5-minute here. New 5-minute candle now. This one actually doesn't look half bad. NEPT. Got to get over this daily high. 516. Coming up against the volume weighted average price and $5 psychological. There's the break through it. Some high red volume candles on this one. That's a red flag to me. So the bulls need to prove themselves here. And still on the larger time frame, we're just looking for a lower high. So we pulled back quite a ways. Just looking for a lower high up here. Somewhere maybe a lower low or an equilibrium. Holding this support here, 1654. So we do have a bit of a falling wedge right here on UPTD. That can be a sign of a reversal. It's sometimes a bullish reversal signal. There we go on NEPT. Holding the volume weighted average price so far. $17,000 shares traded on that 1-minute candle. That's pretty light. On UPTD. PLTR here. A little bounce underway. I'm going to watch this pattern here on UPTD. Do we get my little pattern that I like in a breakout? Maybe. Keep an eye on it. We have a resistance right here at 1720 now. We hold 1612. I'm watching NEPT. I'm going to jump into NEPT for the break through the high there, and I'll flatten it right there for a quick profit. Just taking those profits quick. I don't want to hold very long. That showed me right there that the bulls were holding the volume weighted average price. That next candle opened at the higher part of the range. It pulled back for a little bit, and so that's where I jumped in it and to look for an immediate break through the high. And nice follow through there on that. So not bad. Now the question is, do I want to try to jump back in it, like right there? Look for the next move, maybe. Nope, it's going to pull back on me, isn't it? Let's see. Turning red, so I'm going to get back out. And so took a loss there. That puts me red on my day, down 16 bucks now. So that's my first loss of the day. Actually not. I was red on the day to start, so. So I got a little bit aggressive on that and paid the price for it. It's showing a little strength here again. There's that next candle, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Not giving me the break as quick as I want, but I will hold this to see if we get through 538. Coming back down. So this one's not the same as the last one that I traded. It's not going as quick as the last one did. 5-minute inside bar. A little bit top heavy. I better get back out. It doesn't have the look that I want. I can always get back in. SGBXV is halted. So I bought it there for the retest of the volume weighted average price. And we'll see if we can get it through 538 this time. Holding the EMA so far. Look at UPTD over here. Playing in a chop zone. It's always risky. PLTR. I like that setup. I'm trying to set my stop loss here. And I'm in PLTR. So I'm in 2 stocks at once. UVXY is hitting the scan. That must mean the market's dropping. Yep, market is dropping. PLTR not giving me what I wanted, so I'm going to get back out. It was a nice looking setup, but it just didn't give me the bullish move. The NEPT. I'm in it twice, looking for the breakthrough 538. That 1 minute candle is about to close. Playing a little bit aggressive here. Probably going to pay the price for it, but I'm giving it a shot on UPTD there. Price action stopped. So we have an equilibrium on NEPT. I want to hold this support right here, 510. It's a second inside bar on the 5 minute. Still looking for that breakout over 538. This is not typically the way I would trade, but for lack of options, I'm just trying some things. That's dangerous. It's not a good way to trade. And this is already showing that it doesn't want to make the move here. So it's probably going to break down here, but I'm going to hold this for a little bit longer to see if we can hold the volume weighted average price. I'm risking about $163 on this. I'm holding this here. Yeah, that doesn't look too good to me. I'm going to just go ahead and get out, take the loss on it. So I'm just holding UPTD. And if I get stopped out on this, I'll be done for the day. I'm not going to trade anymore after that. So this is one of those days where I was up probably about, I think, $70, and I was just trying to push it a little more and ended up giving back, and now I'm going deeper into the red. So UPTD 5 minute candle is about halfway through. Let's see if we break through 1750. So NEPT, I'm going to try it one more time off of $5. I know. Playing around in a chop zone. I like PLTR, but I'm not going to jump in that. I'm already in too many times, risking too much. Well, due to the light volume on UPTD, I just went ahead and exited that. Didn't take as big of a loss as what I thought I might, so that's good. And now I'm just going to hold NEPT for a second and see if now maybe we get the move up to 538. It's that 5-minute inside bar. So this is a case of over trading today. That's what I've been doing. Trading too much. There's the move. I'm going to go ahead and add to it. That's very risky. This thing could whip back down and stop me out. Let's see if we get the break. I want to see a short squeeze. Just a real quick pop. Move my stop loss up. Let's see if we have enough buying pressure to get this thing to pop up over 538. Really heavy on the sell side, so if it does manage to punch through, it'll probably pop up pretty quick, pretty hard. That's a big if. See if we can get it here. Oh, getting rejected. A lot of selling pressure. A lot of selling pressure. $15 seconds till that 1 minute candle closes. Maybe we see it pull back once more to the volume weighted average price. Bunch of upper wicks there being rejected off of 530. I'm going to sell half of it just to mitigate the loss if it does drop down. Move my stop loss up here to that low. There's that drop back. There's the punch through. Tricky adding to it like that, but I want to see if it holds up. I want to see if it continues here a little bit. Didn't get the squeeze that I wanted. I need to see a little more buying pressure. I got my finger on the flat button. If this thing starts to go red, I'm out. That 1 minute candle is about to close. Let's see what this next one looks like. Just went ahead and got out. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and stop playing around. I'm down 277, so I'm not at my max loss by any means, but I really wanted to see that give a little more of an explosion than that. So that's a little disappointing for me. I think it could have been a really nice comeback win had we got that explosion, but we didn't. Some days you win, some days you lose. So today is another red day. And I'm not surprised with the way the market is this morning. I gave it my best shot. But sometimes your best just doesn't work. So I'm down negative 277. I was, that is my low of day. My high of day, I was up, I think, about $76. Actually, my low of day was, I want to say like 370. So I did make somewhat of a comeback. And so now on my chart up here, if I go look at that, so I have a little bit of a red candle. So I have kind of an equilibrium forming on my P&L chart, you know, a little pullback, looking for my higher low and then the breakout. So let's see if maybe Friday, maybe I'll get a little breakout tomorrow. I'm going to expect that. That's right. Okay, well, this has been Eva Trades. This is how you overtrade. This is how you try to trade in a chop market, and this is how you lose. That's okay. Thanks for joining me here at Eva Trades, and I hope the rest of your day goes well. I'll see you back here first thing tomorrow morning for one more trading day of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.